I don't understand pharmacology.
Does that sound familiar as something maybe you've said to yourself before, like most other nursing students? Now imagine if we change that to, I don't understand pharmacology yet. Sadly, as humans, we like to judge ourselves based on what we think we either are or what we aren't. We don't leave a lot of room for achievement and growth when it comes to accepting ourselves and judging ourselves. And honestly, oftentimes we're far more accepting and forgiving of others than we are of ourselves. Learning to apply the word yet, just the simple word yet, to our view of ourselves is a very powerful way to have an increased ability to grow and accept ourselves. Now consider these two statements. I can't start IVs, or I can't start IVs yet. Each of these two statements essentially says the same thing, but applying the simple word yet to the end of the second statement suggests that this person sees themselves as a being in progress rather than a failure. The concept of yet comes from a psychologist named Dweck, and when I heard her talk about it in a TED Talk, it really resonated very much with me. When approaching a problem or thinking about yourself, instead of thinking, I'm not smart enough to solve this problem, think, I haven't found a way. My favorite story of the power of yet, and really a story about someone evolving and overcoming personal limitations, is about a runner named Roger Bannister. And this is Roger Bannister here on the right. And on May 6th, 1954, Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. This was the first human ever to break the 4-minute mile. And for centuries and decades leading up to this, they thought it was physically, humanly impossible to break a 4-minute mile. It was scientifically accepted that if you ran a 4-minute mile, you would die. A human couldn't do it. But on May 6, 1954, that 4-minute mile was broken. So that's incredible. But what's almost more incredible to me is what happened 46 days later. 46 days later, this guy here, John Landy, broke the 4-minute mile as well. And John Landy just happened to be Roger Bannister's training buddy. And what I think is so amazing about that is that for centuries, this couldn't be done. This impossible feat just couldn't be done. But the moment John saw Roger do it, he said, oh, well, if Roger can do it, I can do it too. If he can do it, anybody can do it. And now, of course, the 4-minute mile is broken by even high schoolers sometimes. What I want you guys to know is that you can do this. You can get through nursing school. You can pass the NCLEX. You can be a great nurse. I want you to look at me, look at the nurses that you know, look at all the instructors at nursing.com, and realize that if we can do it, you can do it too. And I want you guys to know that. The feelings of inadequacy may be something that you have to fight with every day of your life. Trust me, I get it. But you can win that fight by simply using the power of yet. Give yourself room to grow. Give yourself a chance to learn. You will break your own 4-minute mile. Know that the reality is you don't feel like an expert yet. Again, I know how simple this sounds, but try this small change as you work your way through nursing school and see what a big and powerful difference it can make. I believe in you. Go out and be your best self today. Happy nursing.